I almost got hit by an electric car.
You can't hear it.
Thanks so much for coming back to the beautiful, wonderful episode.
Yeah.
My name is MJ.
My name is Adam.
What we strive to do on this channel, on this show, every episode for all of you listening is to give you a place to safely listen to English and to open your mind. Today, we're going to be talking about electric cars. We've been noticing that the world isn't happy with us using so much fossil fuels and gases,
Yep.
spewing them back into the air, and it's the bad news bears. The earth doesn't like it. Now, humans are starting to notice, and we're like, yo, we got to stop this. We cannot do this anymore. The solution is electric cars.
Right.
What do you think about this, Adam?
I see the pros and the cons. I mean, there's not really that many cons because it's clean energy is what they say. And, you know, it's better than gas. Apparently, it's cheaper than gas to be able to drive from place to place and not have to worry about paying stuff. But you just have to charge your car. But I guess those are good points. And the worst thing about it is the amount of time it takes to charge.
How long does it take?
I don't know. It ranges, depends on the car and depends on, you know, how big the batteries are. But I'm guessing between like 10 minutes to 60 minutes to like an hour.
Dude, it has to be more than that because I have an electric toothbrush, and I feel like when I go to charge that thing, it takes like all night. I gotta charge it. Yeah. And that battery's gotta be so tiny, dude.
Pretty much.
So to fill up a battery of a car, then I would assume that would have to be a lot. But I do know that if you buy an electric car, you get a special, like you need construction in your house to install the power source or the place where you can plug in your car, right?
Right, yeah.
So I guess that is more than just if you were to plug it into your outlet, you're trying to get that 12 volts to charge it.
It wouldn't charge.
Like
probably
my
lose
toothbrush
power to your house. Yeah, exactly. So maybe the amount of energy that's flowing through the outlet is what gives it a faster charge.
Has to be. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But also, like, we're all so used to cars being gasoline. And even looking at the design of some of these electric cars, it's not that cool compared to gas.
They're trying to make it like the industry. They want to separate the electric from the old traditional, you know, fossil fuel gasoline version that we all know. Yeah. So to try to make it futuristic, they put a little spin on the design and make it like kind of futuristic and adding like a lot of like blue colors to make it like
electric blue.
Yeah. You know, trying to like
up red.
Or getting rid of the grill, the front grill on your car, which usually is used to help like air come in to cool. Cool the engine just a bit, but that's one thing. Like you get rid of that, and it's futuristic. It's electric.
Oh wow! Yeah, and I've heard other stories, like especially in Japan. I don't want to say especially in Japan, but there's quite a few elderly people in Japan. Yeah, and those electric cars make absolutely no noise. I mean, my car is a hybrid. And when it switches to electric mode, if I'm driving down the street, it's almost silent.
I almost got hit by an electric car.
Oh, really?
When they first started coming out, back when I was in high school, and I remember walking home from the bus, and I had my headphones in, and I was rocking some music,
some heavy metal,
and just walking, walking. I remember like just crossing the street.
Yeah,
I should have checked. Like, obviously, I should have checked a little better. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But the point is, like, I totally didn't hear this thing creep up. Where if it was a normal car or a gas-fueled car, even with my headphones listening to music, I could hear like a rumbling.
Right. You could feel
even in the distance.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, oh, it's a car.
Car's coming.
But oh man, it was so scary.
Yeah.
So your car, when it goes electric, it's just like silent. Yeah.
And you can't hear it, honestly. And I sometimes, because you can switch the modes to like sport mode. And when I'm driving around my neighborhood, if I see someone who's not really paying attention, I'll switch it to sports
that's
mode,
me.
so it turns on the engine.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of noise, or I'll raise the volume of my music in the car. Which I normally play high anyway, but
yeah. So I guess that's one kind of good thing, because there are some concerns about loud cars, loud vehicles driving around. Right. We know in the highways in Tokyo, there's those like barriers, those walls that come up and curve in. Right. And that's just to protect that sound of all the cars driving, the big trucks, especially going through those residential areas where there's a lot of apartment buildings and stuff. Yeah. So imagine if it was all electric, dude.
Just take the walls down. Finally, you could see the surroundings when you're driving.
Bring the wall down. Bring the walls down. Different kind of wall.
Yeah.
But yeah,
sound barriers. Yep.
But having a race, like F1 race, will not be the same.
They have those, though. They have electric e-motor races, F1.
But it's probably like not that fun.
It's faster. I believe it's faster.
Louder? Faster.
It's faster, and the noise isn't as loud, but it's like a high-pitched hybrid car, like my car, just higher.
Okay. Oh, like, man, that would probably hurt my ears.
It's like,
yeah. But a huge thing, why we bring this up, everyone, is Tesla. Tesla, the car company Tesla is big, getting bigger, like revolutionize the way that people thought about how they can charge, or how car companies can make electric cars, and have produced such a great line of cars that Adam was just telling me that it is what? Say it. Let them know.
Sales are, I think, for one of the models of the car, I believe the Model 3 is the highest in America. And they've almost taken over that market, especially for electric cars, but just cars in general. It's selling really well. And I kind of would like to drive one.
I was about to ask. That was like a question I wanted.
Like, would I want
you buy one? I mean, you already have a hybrid.
I already have a hybrid, and I do like driving like gasoline cars. There's a different feeling when you're driving an electric car versus when you're driving a gasoline car.
Yeah.
And I think it's more of the feeling of the car moving. Like when my car switches to electric, I don't feel anything. It's like just dead. Smooth. It's like I'm rolling down the street on a skateboard.
Yeah. A very smooth, newly paved street.
Yes, street. Exactly. With gum wheels, and I'm just rolling down the street.
Yeah.
I push the gas pedal or electric motor pedal.
Yeah, and you hear the electric thing go wee.
But when you drive a gas car, or when the hybrid switches off and gasoline kicks in, you can feel the car shaking a little bit. You can hear the engine. For people who drive manual transmission cars, like that's when it's really fun, because the sound of the engine allows you to switch the clutch and the gears and stuff like that.
Right. And you enjoy the purring of the car.
Yeah, exactly. You get to know the car better because you're in tune with it. You become one with it.
But so it's interesting. I just got a new car recently, right? And the cars, like the brand is known for like being like not really high end, but they try to like take care of like small details, like all of the little compartments to like put coins or something, or your cup is lined with like this special silicone rubber, so that it doesn't like, so when you're sitting at a stoplight idle, it's not rattling. So it's like really quiet. And so that's something when you're in the car, and like compared to my old car, it's like I could hear like it's like shaking the whole time, right?
Everything's shaking.
Yeah. And then the new one, and it's not brand new, everyone. It's used,
right?
But it's a lot quieter.
Yeah,
and that's something that people have been trying to go for. These companies have been making. You want to sit in a comfortable, quiet car as it's cruising down. So thinking about that, I would believe that having electric cars would be what people want because it's so quiet, right?
And I think, you know, that we talked or mentioned Tesla, like they have this, what is it, driverless technology?
Ooh.
Right? Where the car takes full control of the driving.
Yeah.
So I think one day we'll eventually get to that point where instead of driving the car just drives itself, and you just can just relax.
Yeah. I mean, I heard a great like topic, like another podcast that I listened to talked about this specifically. And I remember just being like agreeing, like, wow, that totally makes sense. One of the dudes was saying that like for it to go that way, like everybody, like there can be no more human drivers.
That is true.
It can't be mixed. It can't be like half robot, half like humans, because that's when the accidents are going to happen.
Right. Okay.
Caused by the humans, of course, human error. Right. So if it all goes 100% digital and the robots are controlling everything, the AI is controlling everything, then they can communicate with one another and there should be no accidents.
That's true.
So I feel like
we have to decide which pill we want.
Are you going to give your keys over?
Right. Yeah. Me? I don't know.
Right?
I do not know. Yeah. That's a tough decision. Like, how would you would you need a license then? Because you're technically not a driver anymore.
Yeah.
Right? The robot. You need a robot control technician license?
No, it would be a whole new world. That's something. So, I mean, we're off topic. Like, it's kind of on topic.
It's on topic, but it's progression.
It's the next level. We'll talk another time about just automated driving cars. Yeah.
Right.
But let's drop it back. We're almost out of time. Let's drop it back to electric cars.
Yeah.
The point of an electric car is to save the environment, and that's something we haven't even touched upon. There's so many small things of like how fast it is, what it sounds like, how it feels when you're driving, how it
looks,
but the main point of it is to save the earth, and that is something I think everyone can get behind and support.
I can definitely get behind.
Right.
I could even get behind, like, if people are not able to afford these new electric cars, then having your car changed into electric car, because they have those kits that you can do that, would be cool too.
No, tell me about these kits? That sounds ridiculous. You cannot.
It takes a lot of work, but you can take a gasoline car, buy a few companies are making these engines, like electric engines, fully electric, where you can convert your gas car to an electric car, 100% electric car.
Dude, that sounds crazy.
Yeah,
and there has to be really so much work. It's probably really expensive.
Maybe
not as much as buying an electric car.
Because it is just taking out all the engine parts, right? And then switching those to electric parts.
Yeah.
But I think bada boom, bada bing, done. So maybe it's expensive, but not as expensive as getting a new electric car.
Right.
You could still drive your old car if you have one.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So in the end, what would you do, Adam? Would you go full electric?
I think I would go full electric. Maybe I would have one full electric car and then one full, like, just dirty, like horrible for the environment. Sports car that I would drive once in a while.
Yeah.
And have the itch of feeling like I want to drive a car again.
Yeah. So I would probably go electric, because
full electric. Yeah.
It's all about the future. It's all about environment. We need to try to save this one earth that we have.
Oh,
and
man.
So
close those ozone holes.
So like, I grew up liking cars.
Yeah.
Not crazy about cars, but I enjoy cars. Right. So I enjoy, like, a manual transmission and stuff, like the purring of the engine, and it's cool.
Right.
But sometimes
you gotta give up.
You gotta change. Yeah. You gotta change for the better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Woof. All right, everyone. No doubt. That's all the time we have for this episode. Hopefully that opened up your mind a little bit to think about something different or something you maybe weren't sure about, get some information. We are not professionals on the topic.
Not at all.
This is just from our own brains, what we feel about this whole thing, this whole topic. So if we want actually you to have a few words yourself about this topic. Let us know what you think. Go in the comments down below and let us know if you would switch to an electric or not.
Or do you have one already? Tell us what you have if you drive as well.
Also, don't forget to hit that like button.
Also, check out the description area where you can find all of our links to our SNS areas down below. So check that out. Make sure to subscribe as well.
Definitely. We got more new episodes coming out for everyone. Hopefully you're enjoying them. But that's all the time we have today for the MJ and Adam Show.
That's right. Peace.
Peace.